Brandon, what we're going to do today is a demonstration of EFT or emotional freedom technique. Um, but we need a particular issue to work on, and I think that you have something that that's up and running now. Can you explain what's going on in your life at this point?
Sure. Well, what's going on in my life right now is that right now my wife and my kids are all in Dallas because one of my children, my third child, my 8-month-old son, is awaiting a heart transplant, and he is in the ICU unit at Dallas Children's. And this is causing a lot of disruption and disturbance with me because I feel completely isolated and separated from the problem. My wife is going through a tremendous amount of stress dealing with both of our children who are healthy, as well as going to the hospital every single day with our other child. He is deteriorating at a fairly rapid rate, and there's a lot of fear that he may not make it.
So the issue then, Brandon, is the fear that you feel for your boy and also the sensitivity of the fear that your wife is feeling. Is that correct?
Correct.
If you look at that on a 0 to 10 scale, with 10 being as much distress, as much fear as you could feel, 0 being none, where would you be right now?
I would say 10.
Okay, really understandable. What I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to go to what is usually a sore spot on the chest. It's called lung 1, and it's right about there. Good.
Okay.
And then if you imagine a clock on your chest, you're going to move in a clockwise motion. Okay? It actually would work either way, but with EFT they ask you to do it in a clockwise motion.
Okay.
And at the same time, what I want you to do is to say, I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and accept myself,
love and accept myself,
even though I have this fear.
even though I have this fear.
I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and accept myself,
love and accept myself,
even though I have this fear.
even though I have this fear.
I deeply and profoundly
I deeply and profoundly
love and accept myself,
love and accept myself,
even though I have this fear.
even though I have this fear.
Now, the basic algorithm is you're going to be tapping a few points. You can go ahead and stop rubbing right now. You're going to tap the points about 5 to 7 times each place and say, even though I have this fear. So the first one is between the nose and the eyebrow.
Okay.
And tap that, say, even though I have this fear.
Even though I have this fear.
Next one is side of the eye. And right where the bone is, you're right. And even though I have this fear, tap 7 times.
Even though I have this fear.
Next one is right on the bone under the eye. And even though I have this fear.
Even though I have this fear.
Next one is above the lip. Even though
I have this fear.
below the lip.
Even though I have this fear.
The K27, which is right on the collarbone.
Even though I have this fear.
Right under the nipple.
Even though I have this fear.
Right under the arm, usually a sore spot.
Even though I have this fear.
Then to the side of the thumb, you're going to be hitting not only the fingernail but the thumb itself, so kind of use it at a 45-degree angle and you'll grab it, yeah. And even though I have this fear.
Even though I have this fear.
The next finger. Mm-hmm.
Even though I have this fear.
The middle finger.
Even though I have this fear.
The ring finger.
Even though I have this fear.
The small finger.
Even though I have this fear.
The karate chop point on the side of the hand.
Even though I have this fear.
And this is called the 9 gamut, which is the fleshy part between the ring finger and the pinky. Even though I have this
Even though I
fear.
have this fear.
Very good. Do me a favor and take a nice deep breath. And Brandon, think about the situation that you're in, about your boy and about your wife. And on a scale of 0 to 10, tell me about where you are.
A lot better. So 7.
Good, good. Now, it went down more than 2, so we don't have to go ahead and do, to repeat the algorithm from the beginning and also do a paradoxical reversal. So that is good. So the next thing we're going to do is called the 9 gamut procedure. I'm going to ask you to think about the situation. I want you to tap in that fleshy part on your hand. Very good. And I want you to look straight ahead with your eyes open and keep tapping. About 7 times, and then close your eyes and do it again. Open your eyes and do it again. Keep your chin set and look down to the left and go ahead and do it again. And then down to the right. Nope, don't move your chin. Keep your chin straight ahead. No, look right at me, straight ahead, and look down and to the left. Let's go ahead and have you redo that one. 7 times. Go ahead and look down to the right. 7 times. Look straight at me, keep your chin set, and your eyes are going to follow my fingers as I move them around in a circle. Make the eyes move in a complete circle. Good. The other way. Keep tapping. Keep tapping. Let's do that one more time. We're going to go this way. Excellent. Then the other. Then hum. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And hum. Take a nice deep breath. Let go of the tapping. And I want you to visualize again the situation that your boy and your wife are in, and tell me where you are on a 0 to 10 scale.
About 3.
Very good. Now, what we're going to do is, again, it went more than 2, so we don't have to do a paradoxical reversal or to start the whole procedure over again. All we need to do is the general tapping at this point, the original algorithm. So you're going to go to the eyebrow point and tap again 7 times, even though I have this fear.
Even though I have this fear.
Side of the eye.
Even though I have this fear.
Under the eye.
Even though I have this fear.
Above the lip.
Even though I have this fear.
Lower.
Even though I have this fear.
The collarbone.
Even though I have this fear.
Under the nipple.
Even though I have this fear.
Sore spot under the arm.
Even though I have this fear.
Side of the thumb.
Even though I have this fear.
Side of each of the fingers.
Even though I have this fear.
Keep going.
Even though I have this fear.
Again.
Even though I have this fear.
Again.
Even though I have this fear.
Side of the hand.
Even though I have this fear.
And the 9 gamut point.
Even though I have this fear.
Take a deep breath. Go ahead and put your hands down. Access again where you are. And think about your wife and your boy. And on a 0 to 10 scale, tell me where you are.
0.
Very good. Now, obviously, that doesn't wipe everything. You are in a very, very difficult condition. You have something happening in your life that is very, very scary, but it sounds like you can handle it a lot better, and regular supportive talk therapy would be helpful at this point, and I certainly wish you the best. Thanks for doing this.
You're welcome.